Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Talks with T. So today I have an England international sprinter with me. She is on a combat trail to success and her name is Rachel Miller. Catch us in a moment. Hi guys, and welcome back. So this is the lovely Rachel Miller.
Hello.
So Rachel is an England international sprinter. You do 100 and 2, but 100 is your main event, right?
100 is definitely one of
Yeah. So Rachel is a very interesting person, guys. That's why I really wanted to get her on the show, so you can really get to know her. She is an amazing athlete, and she over the last 4 years, this is your 4th season back now, she's really begun to break through, and I believe there's much more coming. I wanted to have her on and just share her story. So a lot of people wouldn't know you from before because you get like your last season prior to 2015 was 2006, right?
Yeah.
2006. So just tell us about how you started athletics and just that part of your journey.
So the usual kind of thing is started when I was in school. You know, you've got the borough sports competitions and stuff like that, and I think it just all really started from there. I just was really quick. Everyone wanted to get me in to join a club. Teachers were always encouraging me to kind of pursue it, and my mum was really supportive of it. So yeah, she kind of slaved over me for quite a while and took me to the track and took me to training and stuff. So that's where it kind of initially started. I can't honestly say I was in love with it because it was really hard, but I knew I was good, so I just kind of stuck it out for as long as I could, really.
So is anyone else in your family, do they do sport, are they athletes?
No, but my mum always said she was really good. She was a really good sprinter when she was younger.
So it is
as well.
something like a genetics.
Definitely.
So 2005, you ran 12 dead at 15, which is really good.
Yes, thank you.
Tell us about that season if you remember it at all.
I actually don't remember much about that season, but all I remember is as I was getting older, I was getting better, and like the pressure was cranking up quite a bit. And one thing I do remember is I don't feel like I was able to handle it. I couldn't keep my nerves under check. To be honest with you, although that's a part of my journey, I don't focus too much on, you know, anything prior to like the 4 years that I've been like doing athletics, because this is a new me. I've come back with like a whole different approach, so I'm just kind of focusing on
I do want to ask you about it, but I want to like, you know, build onto the story a bit.
Course.
So 2006, you didn't really run that much, or did you run that much?
In 2006? I did. I think I had like my last race in like 2007. So,
2007?
Yeah.
Okay, so powerful, I was going to record that one. So so you had a break, I guess it was 8 to 9 years?
Yeah, about 8 years,
And so, what happened in that period?
So, I wouldn't say it's a break, but at the time I fully quit.
Oh, you actually quit?
I quit. Okay. I left. I said no. I remember it ever so clearly. It was one winter session, and it was just too cold. It was so cold. I was literally frozen. The session was really hard, and I literally cried my eyes out, and I was just like, Mum, I just can't do this anymore. And she said,
so genuinely, it was the training that you didn't enjoy.
It was the training. It was the training. It was the training. But if I'm honest with you, ultimately it was competing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The pressure.
And
when you're good at a young age, it is difficult.
It was really hard. I could not control it. Like I would feel so sick. I couldn't sleep. I'll like get really teary. It was like serious stuff. It was serious stuff. So 2007 you quit. Yeah. So you quit. You're like, that's it. That was it. And then I had my son at 19.
Okay.
So I feel like that's where the journey kind of opened up again for me. I think
reignited the flame.
It reignited the flame, but I still didn't do anything about it.
So you mean from when he was born, like you felt like I would like to go back? Is that what you're saying?
I think when I had him, I thought, right, what have I got to show this boy? What do I have to give to him? What am I going to teach him? And that's when I kind of sport rage. One of the biggest things that I would want to teach him and stuff is perseverance and never giving up, and that was one of the things that I done, and I was good at it as well. So it was heartbreaking, but I kind of pushed it to the side. So although I thought about it when he was born, I didn't do anything about it still. And then I think 2012 Olympics is where it was like slap in the face. Yeah, a massive slap in the face.
So I guess between 19 to 2012, what were you doing, I guess, outside of, obviously you was you a full-time mum?
I was a full-time mum, so I had Cam at 19, and then I started a full-time job in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I was 22, that's when I started my full-time job, and I was working in a primary school.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, I was extremely blessed to even be put in that position, because I feel like that was an eye-opener for me as well. Everything worked like clockwork. I was working in a school, it worked well with looking after Cam, but being there made me realise that is definitely like not what I'm about. Not what I'm about. There was no passion, and then like I was there for 5 years, and after a while it just got really depressing. Really depressing.
So 2012 what did you do? Because it was still a couple years before
2
you
years
came back. So what happened between those couple years, and what was the thing that I guess finally pushed you back? Because obviously I guess the build up, but
it was the build up of just thoughts, and then like I would mention it to a few people, just like my family, to see where their heads at, and everyone's like, you need to go for it. And literally, you think I'm joking, it was like talks with myself, and like it haunted me. From like 2012 to 2014, it literally haunted me so badly. Really badly, and to the point where I literally just woke up and I just done my research. I got in contact with different coaches, because of the way I felt towards my club at the time, not them personally, but just my remembrance of it. I didn't want to go back to that club. No personal reason, it was just for me, but I just ended up going back there because it was convenient.
You did go back?
I did go back, but I did try my hardest not to. So I was researching around and getting in contact with different coaches and say, look, I want to come back. And I just went down one day to my first track session, and then the rest is history, really.
What was the response like from coaches when you were saying you want to come back? Did anyone remember you?
Yeah. It was really annoying, because at first I just told everyone, I know what my plan and my vision was, but I just told everyone I wanted to go back for fitness. This is just for fitness, so the pressure wasn't too much for me, and I just said, I just want to get back fit. And the response, I mean, you've got the ones which were like, this is amazing, this is fantastic, this is great, yeah, you can do it. And then my coach, I kind of feel like he played it down a bit, and just kind of watched me for a few months to see how serious I was. So he kind of gave me the cold shoulder approach, I would say, initially, just to see where I'm at. And then when he started to see the passion and the desire that I had, then he was just like,
Did you come back in the winter, or did you come back in the summer?
Ooh.
Because you don't like cold, so did you do the winter training, or what did you do?
Oh my god, that's such a good question. I can't remember. I don't remember.
Did you? So were you working at the same time? Were you still working full time?
Yep, still working full time.
So you were training in the evening, I guess.
And I was training in the evening. So initially I was training twice a week, on a Tuesday and Thursday, and then I started to do Saturday morning as well. But it was tough.
So let's talk about your first season. So your first. So you did you come back to training? So you competed in 2015. Did you?
Yeah. So I trained throughout 2014. See, this, I want to say I came back in January
of 2014.
2014.
Okay.
That's what I want to say. I hope I'm right. And I think I trained throughout the summer.
Was it like a New Year's resolution?
I think it could have been, definitely. definitely. And yeah, I remember, like, I kind of remember it being around my birthday time where I felt like, wait, it's time to kind of get the party started. So I remember training all throughout 2014. You had like the annoying people that would want me to compete. When
I just started training.
Like, give me a break. I've had 8 years out. Like, come on now. But yeah, so I trained all throughout the summer. I did a winter, and then the following year, 2015, I felt like I was kind of ready to do things. And I remember my first race, I think it was in Parliament Hill, and I came back. First of all, you can imagine me the night before.
Did you even sleep?
You can imagine me the night before. I was a mess. Yeah. An absolute wreck. I was an absolute wreck, and I got
Did you eat? Let's talk about those things, because some people just don't understand, yeah? Everyone has to do things differently, because I remember as a young athlete, sometimes like, I couldn't eat on the day and stuff like that. So how was that for you, like eating, sleeping, going toilet? Let's be real.
Sleeping was a mess.
Yeah.
I ate fine, but then it was the whole thing of, because I hadn't done it in so long, I didn't know what to eat. I didn't know how much to eat. I didn't know what was going to make me feel good and what was not going to make me feel good. And I only feel like I've just about got that right now after 4 years. But yeah, so eating was fine. But I remember I usually don't talk to anyone on race day because I'm filled with so much fear. I'm literally just quiet, and I don't want anyone to talk to me. So I remember just being really quiet. Toilet is a normal thing. Couldn't stop going. Could not stop going. And I've got this little thing now as well, where on race day I've got a tummy ache. I'll be fine the night. It's not real. I'll be fine the night before. But I'm just like, oh, can't race. Can't race. But yeah, it was. I think I ran like 12 or 12:1, and obviously, at that age, hearing those times for me, I was just like, Rach, that's what you left on. I remember I couldn't break 12 when I was 16, 17. So that's what I left on, and I was like, oh my God, Rach, are you sure that this is for you? Look at the times you're running. But I just persevered, and
that's so good. So 2015. So let's just talk about, because from an outsider, I can see the progress. I guess everyone else can see the progress. Your time showed the progress already, and so let's just first of all talk about training progress. How was your training progress since you first started back?
Okay. It was different only because I was now juggling things with a child. So, but training progress definitely a lot better because I made the decision to come back. I only had myself to answer to. So I was a lot more focused in training, and I know, and I kind of realised that I had to push myself to certain boundaries to be able to do well. So yeah, training wise, I think I did progress a lot because I
still hate training.
Yeah, I do. I really do. But now I'm slowly starting to manage how to kind of get through it. And I'm still dealing with it now, because sometimes when you hear that you've got to do like 400s or something crazy, that's not what you want to hear. But it's just how, and I'm trying to take one run at a time rather than looking at the whole thing, because sometimes it can be quite scary.
That's really good. Okay, so what about, let's talk about competition and handling nerves. How has that progressed for you?
That's progressed massively, again, because I feel like that stemmed from the fact that I've put myself in this situation. I don't have people forcing me to do it. So every time I kind of go to competition, I just think, Rach, this is what you're made to do. This is what you're born to do. And it's funny because people that don't really know much about athletics, like my gran, for example, she just says, just go there and run. I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, easier said than done. But the reality is, go there and run. That's your job. This is my job. This is what I've decided to do. This is who I want to be. I literally just need to go there and run. And obviously, I feel like for anyone to compete well, you need nerves. You need those nerves that get you fired up. But I I think self-talk as well, massively important for how you deal with your nerves and how you calm yourself right down and get yourself, and you channel those nerves into kind of good energies and good vibes and positive thoughts.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's really good. As a woman, because obviously you were a girl when you left, let's put it like it is, you were a girl, and now you're a woman, so how has that, I guess, in your womanhood, and how has things like your confidence in yourself, like all those kind of things, how has that changed or improved or grown?
I must say, the confidence that I have with myself now is unreal. Unreal. I love who I'm turning into. I'm nowhere near there yet, because me coming back as well was not just an athletics journey. It was I just wanted to prove a lot of stuff to myself. I wanted to be not known as a quitter. I wanted to be someone that goes towards hard work rather than withdraw from it. So I felt like there's loads of things I want to prove to myself, and when I slowly see like these changes, I am proud of like who I'm becoming. One thing massively as well, which was a little factor of why I left when I was younger, is I didn't like the way I looked, muscle wise. It just wasn't attractive. It wasn't attractive, and your peers and the people you're around are not going to appreciate a good body at that age. But now, mate, I love my muscles. I love it. There are people that are killing for a type of physique like mine. Not saying it's amazing, but just so when you look good, you feel good, and it literally is just a whole confidence booster for me.
What would you say to, I guess, a young girl who's maybe in sport, even maybe not, because sometimes your body just naturally gets more toned, more muscular. What would you say to a young girl like that?
I would say,
maybe she's struggling because, like you said, at that age, people don't appreciate those kind of things. So, what would you say to her in terms of confidence and, I guess,
Well, for example, so I was always kind of toned anyway, being younger. First of all, you have to embrace it and see the beauty of it. Now, I know that's easier said than done, just like, oh yeah, embrace yourself when you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see. But when you are growing up and getting older, you are going to appreciate it so much more, and you start to, you just get this inner confidence. And it's difficult because as a young girl, you yourself are not going to even appreciate that. But all I can just say is, you have to do things for yourself. You have to, which is really important, you've got to do things that complement you. So even as an athlete, I wear certain clothes which complements me. If it don't look good on me, I'm not wearing it. I don't care if I like it. If it doesn't work with my shoulders, with my muscles, then I'm not wearing it. So it's all about you finding out what works for you and how you can make yourself bang all the time.
That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. So okay, so PB wise you progressed a lot. So your PB is now 11:45, which is amazing.
Thank you.
And indoors 7:27.
Listen,
guys, I was this run, I was all up in the DMs. Like I was like, listen, So that, I guess the one that you ran indoors, because I know, have you been struggling with injuries this year, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
So we'll talk about that in a moment. But in terms of the indoor season, when you ran 7:27, that was, I guess, your first time running a standard for a senior international competition. So just talk us through that run, how you felt, what was different.
Listen, I need to tell you about this run, right? First of all, I wasn't going to do indoors at all. So that was my first and I think my only run for this indoor season. And training was going really good, really well. I was feeling strong. So I was encouraged to go and just see where I'm at. Because there was no pressure there, and it's funny because the most pressure that I feel comes from myself rather than others around me. So because I knew, I was just like, do you know what, ain't trained for it, gonna come out, see what I'm gonna do. I was really relaxed and really calm. And I feel like as an athlete, for you to be able to run well, you need to get into what I call, and what most other people might call it, is like the flow zone, right? And literally in my athletics career, I only feel like I've felt that feeling twice, 2 or 3 times. And in that semi-final where I ran 7:27, that's how I felt. And the feeling is get really hot inside, and usually I do my start like out the blocks and everything just feels hot, but you feel really like jittery. It's really weird. It's so weird. I felt jittery where you kind of know like this is going to be alright. And when I ran that run, my knees were high, my arms, everything was doing what I wanted it to do without even thinking about one single thing. So I feel like when you're in that right state, you'll run well without even having to think about it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's really nice to hear, I guess, from your perspective, what that feels like for you. Yeah, so what are your goals for the rest of the season and I guess moving forward as well?
This season is quite difficult to say, to be honest, because after I came back from warm weather training in April, I strained my hamstring, so things have been really rocky.
How has that been? Like, is this the first time that you've been injured?
This is the first time.
How has that been mentally?
So hard. So hard. I can't even lie to you. It's been so hard because number one, I've never had an injury that's like affected. You know, you get little niggles, but I've never had anything that's affected like my season, training, anything like that. So this is a massive blow for me. So number one, not being clued up enough on how to manage injury was something that kind of was holding me back a bit. Like my mum encouraged me to do a lot of research on how, you know, just the stuff that I can do for myself to make sure that I'm putting myself in a good enough position to get better as quick as possible. But mentally, very tough, because when you're feeling pain, you don't want to train, and for me, I feel like if I'm not in a constant cycle of training and I break out of it a little bit, your mind can just start all sorts. That's when the doubt wants to start coming in at full force, and you have to be really strong to still stay focused. So it hasn't been easy. It really hasn't been easy, and especially when I feel like I was supposed to recover quicker than I have. So I think it's been about 6 weeks now, 6 weeks of like pain and stuff. So yeah, not easy at all.
So where are you at the moment, mentally and physically?
Physically, I'll say I think I'm in a position to race. So I kind of, you know what pain you can run with and what you can't, and I feel like I'm at this stage where I can run and see how my body deals with the pain that I'm feeling. So I can race. I've only raced about twice this season, and mentally I'm slowly getting back there. Slowly I'm getting back there, because I feel like when your mind's good, it's weird, I feel like it helps your injury to get better quicker as well, in a weird way. So yeah, even though it's hard, and I find as well when I'm feeling low, I go to the people that are closest to me just to feed me with the stuff that I want to hear, because I'm not going to act like I'm Superwoman and can just be like, oh yes. You need the people just to say those little things that will spark your own positive thinking off. So
So what are your goals as an athlete? What's the big vision of your heart? Like, what is the big dream?
Oh, big secret then. I'm joking.
You don't have to share. It's a question.
I would say I'm not going to go into it too much detail, but for me, just fulfilling my purpose. That's a big deal for me, and it's for me to get to the best me. And it's weird because I feel like athletics is going to be the thing to make me be the best me. I'm learning so much. It's changing me as a person, character-wise. I'm learning how to deal with people differently, speak to them differently. So yeah, I just want to be the best me, really.
That's really good. That's really good. I want to ask a random question. What has been the most, in the area of track and field, what has been the thing that's brought you out of your comfort zone the most?
Brought me out of my comfort zone. Should I tell you what? Accepting help. I don't like accepting help, but there are so many people that believe in me and that are backing me. Everyone's willing to help. So I kind of had to put my pride and certain egos to the side and be like, Rach, if these people are willing to help you, accept it and accept it lovingly. And that was a big thing that kind of drew me out my comfort zone because I didn't like doing that. So yeah, I would say that's one of the biggest things I could think of.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Rachel. This has actually been so good. There's so many things in this interview. So to finish, I have a hot 10 that I would like to ask you. Random questions, so let's get to it. So, sweet or savoury?
Sweet. All day.
Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Too hot.
Yeah, boy. What's the last thing that you ate? Better be an athlete answer.
It was a banana, actually. I can't lie. It was a banana.
Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram all day.
You're stranded alone on the island and you're only allowed 2 items. What would they be?
My phone.
Yeah.
My phone, and red velvet cake.
I was not expecting that. Do you sleep with your socks on or off?
Oh, who sleeps with their socks
on? Just trust me about that question, innit?
Horrible.
I know, but people do. Like, listen. Right, if you could live anywhere else in the world, where would it be?
I would live... Oh, that's tricky because I don't want to say the wrong answer. I haven't been to loads of places, but a place where I'm going to say... Oh, no. Okay, I'm just going to say Portugal.
Okay, why? Just random. Right, let's not go into why. Let's just leave your answer.
Let's just leave it at Portugal, okay?
Right, cool. What's your favourite smell?
Ooh, my favourite smell? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, whatever you want it to be. What do you want it to be?
My favourite smell? I love Yankee candles.
Okay. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, one superpower. See, I discuss this with my son on a regular basis.
What's his one?
His one is some laser X-ray vision.
Okay.
My superpower would be to see into the future.
Yeah? And okay, last question. I want to know if you're person A, B or C. So, person A can't roll their tongue.
Okay.
Person B can, like this.
Okay.
And person C can do this one.
Which I think I'm person B, wait.
Yeah. Person B. Yay! Thank you so much. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this interview because I have, and I hope you've got to know Rachel. Rachel, so I would like you to look into the camera and give that person, that athlete maybe, or in whatever field, they're actually thinking about going back and, like you say, fulfilling their purpose, fulfilling their passion, fulfilling the thing that they know that they're called to do. What would you say to that person who's just contemplating it at the moment?
First of all, you know, if you're thinking about it, do it. Do it wholeheartedly as well. Don't hold back in any areas. Give your whole self to what you need to do and make a plan. Sometimes it could be a lot to digest, just thinking, I want to go back, but where do I start? Make a plan. Be true to yourself and set realistic goals, and you'll definitely get there. And perseverance. You're not going to be able to run 10 on your first training session or first, you know, I'm just anything, but whatever applies to you. It's a gradual journey. It's your journey, no one else's journey. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right. Tunnel vision on where you want to go.
That's so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Give me a hug.
Thank you for coming on the show. So guys, this has been another episode of Talks with T. This is Rachel Miller. I'm Tarima. Rachel, where can people find you? You just started a YouTube channel.
I have just started a YouTube channel.
I watched it. Listen, that ice bath thing, that is so me. I was busting up.
Anyway,
anyway,
absolute death. But YouTube, I think Rachel Mill Runs. Instagram, Rachel Miller Athlete, and Twitter, Rachel Mill Runs. And I try to post as much as I can and keep you guys interested in what I'm doing.
So catch Rachel, guys. Look out for her. She's going to be doing big things. Okay. But this has been another episode of Talks with T, and I just want to remind you guys: let the past motivate you, but use the present to create history. See you next time.
Amazing.
Bye.